Today is Saturday the 22nd, right now as I'm recording this. Next week, Saturday the 29th, is the deadline for you guys to send in all your music for the special 1K version of Putting Y'all On. We've been getting a lot of submissions. It's going to be a great video. I'm going to try and listen to as many of you guys' music as I can, and it's going to be a great time. So send me in all your music links, your Soundcloud links, your albums, your projects, your songs. It's going to be awesome. Next week is the deadline. You guys have one more week to send them in. Hit me up.
Shutting haters up, feel like Kobe Bryant. Ring on every finger, feel like Kobe Bryant. I'll be selling out arenas, feel like Kobe Bryant. All time great, I feel like Kobe.
What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to be vibing to some Xxxtentacion. Finally going to take a listen to his Question Mark album. For those of you who don't know, I had been wanting to make this video for a while, but I was waiting for the buzz around his name to die down a little bit because of his extremely unfortunate passing, and so I did not want to put out a video that was going to gain more views than I would normally get and gain me more subs because of how popular the subject matter was at the time. So I waited for the buzz around his name to die down a little bit. The same way that I'm doing with Mac Miller. There's not going to be a Mac Miller video for a couple of weeks, couple of months maybe, as my way of paying respects to an artist that I had never met. I'd never had any interaction with him. But this is my way of paying respects, you know, putting this video off for a little bit. And today we're finally gonna put it out. I'm really excited to listen to this album, Question Mark. I think that's the name of the album. I don't know how I would pronounce it, but 17 is an album that gets better to me every single time I listen to it. It gets more and more emotional. It has more meaning to it, and so I really can't wait to get into this. It's a lot longer than 17. I don't know if there's a concept to it. I'm just gonna try to enjoy this project, you know, for what it was. Yeah, let's just get right into it. The first track is Introduction Instructions. He always used to have these intros to his albums to kind of let you know how to go into the album, you know, what mind state you should be in to listen to it. Let's get it.
To find the exact words, to find the perfect words, to say less but to say more. Large amount of passion and love and appreciation for myself was the goal of this album. Loyalty. Feeling my insanity, feeling my genius, my energy. Enjoy.
Alright, yeah, so basically just prefacing, it's gonna sound different, it's gonna be a little more uplifting than the last album. Go into this open-minded and enjoy it. I like it, I dig it. I always thought that was cool, how he used to do an introduction to his project where basically he says, you know, what mind state you should be in to listen to it. The first actual track is Alone Part 3. Really vulnerable. Oh. So much pain. Dang, yeah. It's a really vulnerable track. It's called Alone, Part 3. And he describes just that. It's really short. He's by himself. And the fact that people, you know, keep hurting him and the fact that he feels that he can't rely on anybody hurts. And you can feel that pain in this track. And it leaves him feeling alone and questioning his self-worth. So it's a great track. It's really emotional. It's really painful. And it's short. And it's a great track. It really is. You know, he was just always so vulnerable with his music. On his actual albums. That was like really what he was famous for to me, is just being vulnerable. And that was it was really cool. Next track is Moonlight. Oh! Yo! This production is so different. The little sound, the high-pitched sounds, you know, that are sliding around, woo, woo, sounds really dope. I love the production on this. It just sounds really, really fire. He had that sound, you know, he had that sound that it was his. Yo, this is really catchy. Yeah. Yeah. So creative, this production. Another really honest song, just kind of like opening himself up, you know, talking about a girl who did him wrong. Feels like he's got a knife in his intestine. You know, Girl, I Know You Planned This. Really great track. Again, really short, to the point, really quick. That was another thing that I kind of knew him for, is really just making quick, to the point songs. And production, like I said, really creative. I really dig it. I think it's great. Next track is Sad. I have heard it, but we'll play it because it's a great track. I love the creativity in the production, using like the really big drums with a lot of reverb, you know, just gets that really open feel to it. The little horn sounds, I think it's so awesome. Love this track, dude, I really do. Boom, boom, boom. I love those drums, dude. Turn up.
Who am I, someone that's afraid to let go? You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah. Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I gave her everything. She took my heart and left me lonely. I, someone that's afraid to let go. You decide.
So much talent, dude. So much talent. Yo, rest in peace, X, man. It's crazy because it's like I'm not even the biggest fan, you know, like I wasn't that much into him. I mean, you can tell because this is the first time I listened to this album, but I just recognize the talent, you know. I just recognize the versatility. There was a lot of thought behind his music. He was real and he was gonna be so huge, you know. He made a huge impact already, but he was special. He was. Despite whatever he had done as a person or whatever, you know. I'm talking like musically, his sound, it was just so unique. He was just so special. And I remember when he passed, we played this song on a loop. It was just crazy, man. It was crazy. Next track is The Remedy for a Broken Heart. Why Am I So in Love? The way he uses these vocals also, fantastic.
Steady trying to maintain same things that a blow bitch my frame. My brain can't fathom what the he say. He say, she say, how about me say? Get a perfect bus, it's gonna take time. I heard shot it still in love through the grapevine. I heard shot it still in love through the grapevine. We gon' be all. Mix a little bit of weed with a little bit of cash, with a little bit of this, with a little bit of that. We gon' be all. A little bit of that. We gon' be all. We gon' be all. We gon' be all.
Yo, the use of the guitar is so good. Great production. So heartfelt, you know? That thing he does with his voice at the end of his phrases, the little vibrato that he does reminds me a lot of Post Malone. Such a vibe. Yo, this slowed down, shout out to Miami, this slowed down must be incredible. That's the difference with X. A lot of people make slow music, slow R&B tracks, you know, Black, Bryson Tiller, but, and those tracks are great, but this is a different kind of just like slow vibe, you know what I mean? This is something that I would listen to at any time ever. I could listen to this all day, you know, it's just, it's different. I love it. Next track is Floor 555. Yo! The distortion is crazy. Walk it! Alright. Hey yo, that was X, you know, that was just him. Distortion, screaming, raw energy. X was just raw, you know, raw energy, screaming, distortion on his voice. You don't have to understand, just feel, you know, what he's feeling. Just rage, just, this is for him to play at the shows and just people just to mosh to. Everybody that's as angry as he is doesn't care what he's saying here. They just want to scream with him, you know? They just want to hear that. They just want to feel that. And he made music that people could relate to. Shoot, there was a time period in my life when this was really reminiscent of this type of stuff I used to listen to. I probably won't listen to it again. It's not really for me, but I appreciate the fact that it's here because I know what it's like to be in a situation where this is what you relate to. The fact that he was able to make music like this also is just, I mean, it's great. Next track is Numb. Let's get it. Really honest, talking about drowning in his tears, that's edgy. Want to talk about being a rock star? This is it. A lot of these new SoundCloud kids, they want to talk about, oh, we're rock stars, we're rock stars. This is what being a rock star, a modern rock star sounds like. You got to be able to do stuff like this. I'm not taking anything away from him. I think Juice WRLD, that kid is a rock star through and through. You could put Juice WRLD on a song like this and he will shine. I'm certain. I'm just saying that like a lot of kids' definition of being a rock star has kind of like changed. You know, when I think new modern rock star, it's this that I imagine. It's great because it's simple, really easy to learn. So when you relate to it, you could just sing along with him really easily. I think that's really important. It's a fantastic song. I love this. You just feel so much pain that you end up becoming numb to it. It's crazy. I love this track though, I really do. It's a great track. That's a fantastic track. Next track is Infinity, 888. Oh, featuring Joey Badass, let's get it.
I'm as real as they come, they feel it, you know.
Oh.
You got a little buzz, so now you can't get stuck. I keep a razor blade tucked on me under my tongue. Don't let me have to tell these niggas about the city I'm from.
Yo, that old school jazzy
they just palm berettas and
boom bap vibe, yo, I'm digging it.
Shit, no radio records.
Yeah.
Just textbook rhyme style with the raw texture. Punchlines, right hooks, now that's a trifecta. No more.
Yo, this grimy snare that they're using for this boom bap feel, it just feels so really raw. It just feels really old school. Joey is, I mean, obviously incredible. And I still hate the fact that I lost the footage for my All-American Badass video, dude. I hate it, because that was such a great album. That would have been an awesome video.
Forever, he's back in your sector, so might be best to protest.
It's just bouncy.
The fuck is your energy, bro? Make your nigga deep throw the desert ego. Let me try me like a whole pussy, boy, that's on my soul. Make my flow shake shift, go expression like a facelift.
Look at the versatility. Last track he was singing on a rock song. Now he's rapping boom bap. That's what I'm talking about. Artists need to be able to do stuff like this. This is the talent.
You know that nigga pretend to be all that bullshit do not get to me
yeah.
Spirit and entity
yeah.
I suck on my energy I am the realest infinity pussy ass niggas fucking suck. You sound the same. I spit with pain. That's why the young niggas feel the same.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This is real music. Let's get it. Continuing that theme of being numb to the pain. This album's great, dude. This album's freaking fantastic. It's really, really good. Yo, I'm gonna listen to that loud as I can later on. Best believe. Track 9 is Going Down.
Going down, it's going down.
Oh.
Going down, it's going down.
Dang.
Shawty think she, oh my god, yeah.
So catchy.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, shawty think she roll my girl like a biker. I know that she need a diaper. I eat a pussy like rice and egg. Not gonna do it on my Tyson, ayy. When I drunk, I feel like fighting, ayy.
Delivery.
Pull up in the jet, she wants sex.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Yeah.
I think she, oh my god. Yeah, it's going down.
Yo, that was crazy. Production's so fire. His delivery is crazy. The way he uses his voice, you know, changes his pronunciation, his inflections, does accents. Yo, that was nice. Really great track. I mean, this is... Track 10 is Pain Equals Best Friend. Yeah, all these tracks are kind of short, which is, I mean, it's crazy. You just go through this project just like banger after banger after banger after really emotional track. Everything just like... It goes from like really great emotional track that makes you cry to banger to another really great emotional track with guitar and great production and it makes you sad. Then it goes into like another really cool track, but it's like one after the other. just like throwing songs at you. So you look at a track list and it's like, oh, it's 18 tracks, but it just goes by so fast, and it's just such a different variety of like music all in one. It's great. I already love this. Yo, this is so dope. Yeah. Oh shoot! Yo! And he got the drummer from Blink 182 also? That was crazy. I was not expecting that. That was great. Like I said, bro, talk about being a rock star. It's crazy. Track 11 is $$$$$. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Don't get into naming your albums and your songs as symbols, because it just sounds really weird when you pronounce it. What? Why does it sound like Ugly God produced it? This kind of sounds like a joke. Apparently it's featuring Matt Ox, who is 13, and it shows. You know, it's just feels really silly. The beat's cool, but it's just like really high-pitched, his voice, and it's like annoying, and I'm not liking Matt Ox.
Been on my dick like a Beyblade, my dick get hit like AK, These voices back as they bases, Tired your legs while you tripping like, hey, wanna get done, I say this every day.
Yeah, Chief, this ain't it. This track, silly, you know? X is just like, it just feels like this was just really, it feels like this was written in about 3 minutes. I think X was capable of way more. I get that there's tracks that you make that you're just having fun. And this kind of sounds like one of those, but I don't know. It's silly and annoying and shallow, I guess. I didn't like it. Next track is Love Yourself Interlude.
What you doing?
Yo, the guitar riffs that he uses are just always so catchy. So smooth. You can't hate on that. So dope. This is the vibe. Yo, honestly, I would love to like sample that guitar and make a full beat using that guitar riff. That's just so dope. Not much to say. It's a really great vibe for an interlude. Really quick. Next track is Smash.
Orange Spanish dog, really like a lemonade. I put Cartiers all over my bitch's face. She just got a pair because her nigga paid.
It's not the delivery, it's the beat. I don't like the beat. I don't like the 808 that they used specifically. I'm not really a big fan of just using a clap as the snare. Why is the percussion louder than the snare? Why is the 808 so dull and boring? Who produced this? Smash David. Look, man. I don't want to talk down on you or your work, but I'm sure you could do better. I'm not digging this production.
Yeah, you know I smash her, I put her in the past, yeah, I put her in the smash. She got caught and cried, demons all in her eyes, she don't feel no pain.
Yeah, like I said, I don't like the production. I feel like the track is superficial. It feels like another track that he was just like having fun, which is fine. It's totally fine for you to make a track that's just silly and superficial, just for you to have fun with and just play during a show and have the crowd go crazy and stuff like that. But I would have liked this track more if the beat were better. Next track is I Don't Even Speak Spanish, LOL. So I'm assuming it's gonna be another kind of silly track. Okay. Alright, this is cool. See, the thing is, I've never really been a big fan of this style of music, kind of reggaeton-ish style of music, so it's okay, it's cool, you know, it's got me like kind of swaying side to side and stuff, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Apparently this guy's name is Judah. He sounds just like The Weeknd. It's catchy. Gotta give it that. It feels really generic. This feels like a really generic pop song, and I don't really listen to X for generic, if that makes any sense. Yeah, next track is Changes. I've heard snippets of this too.
Baby, I don't understand this. You're changing, I can't stop.
This is more like it. Oh, the strings? Oh no.
My heart can't take this down, make it hard for me.
PNB Rock.
Make it hard for me.
Oh, the production.
I can't stand it.
This is a great song. And it's simple, so you can sing along to it as well. I like this a lot. Yeah, that's definitely what I expect when I listen to X. Different, unique, emotional, raw, you know? That's more like it. Track 16 is Hope. That was a great track.
Rest in peace to all the kids that lost their lives in the Parkland shooting. The song is dedicated.
Oh, okay. I've heard this track too. This is the song he made after the Parkland shooting. Alright. That's dope of him to put it on the album. This is so fire. This is dope. I'm loving this. Yeah. His delivery is so great. Goes from soft to really loud. It's fantastic. The energy builds so great. Yeah, that's a great track. Again, really short, really quick. I remember when this track came out after the Parkland shooting, man. That was another really sad day. But it's a great song. I like this track a lot. Track 17 is Schizophrenia. Creativity, dude. Who uses the guitar like this?
Voices here, voices in your head.
Yeah. Shoot. This is really crazy. Yeah. This is great. The energy in this is crazy. Yo, the beginning of this track actually feels like there's voices in your head. That's crazy the way he did that. With that really creepy guitar, like the really muted guitar, whispering, and then out of nowhere screaming. Oh my god. Fantastic rock song. Really scary, really creepy and eerie, but really, really good. Yo, that's a great track. Track 18, Before I Close My Eyes. Let's get it. This is the last track. Guitar again. I love Xxxtentacion and the way he uses the guitar, dude.
Follow me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. Hope's not difference, changing in the distance. Time consumes the image. Oh.
You know what this sounds like to me?
Lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. Hope's not to
I love the string arrangements. This whole project is really beautiful. That's for sure. It's a fantastic track to end off this project, man. It's really soft. Kind of like just easing out of the album, you know what I mean? What a ride this album is. I love this album. I absolutely loved listening to this album, for real. There was 2 tracks, maybe 3 that I thought were unnecessary, but every track had a feeling, every track had raw emotion, every track had awesome production, every track he was just honest and sincere. Nothing was too long, nothing was too short. Everything was just the right amount, just the right dose of emotion in every single song. Xxxtentacion was probably one of the most talented artists that were in that generation of people who are growing and coming up. It's really sad that we're gonna get probably one next posthumous album from him, and then maybe nothing else. I really enjoyed this project. I'm really glad that I was able to record my first reaction for you guys to listen to this with me. And yeah, my thoughts on this project are that it is absolutely 100% precious. It is a treasure of an album, really. It is really, really good. I enjoyed this album a lot. I think it's beautiful through and through. Xxxtentacion. Rest in peace, man. Thank you for 17 and for Question Mark. They're two tremendous albums. You will be missed by all of your fans and the music community. Let me know what you guys think about the project in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. We'd love to have you. Don't forget to send in your music for the video next week for 1,000 subscribers. I'm gonna be showing off a bunch of you guys' music. And yeah, man. Thanks for watching. I love all you guys. I'll be back soon. Peace.